Hello. Hi. It's been a minute. Hopefully the lag will sort itself out in a second. It's always laggy on my end. Hopefully this won't be happening for much longer, because I'm gonna be getting a new PC soon. It's hopefully gonna be a fucking bulky boy. It's gonna be a chonker, a real chonker. Soon. Soon I'll be free from this hell. And I choked right before changing scenes to here. Anyway, look at me. I'm working on a commission because I haven't been able to do it because of university. So now I can actually like work on it, which is nice. It's actually of one of the other characters in the campaign, one of the campaigns I'm in, the one that's actually started and has been going. Why am I joking? Oh shit, I forgot to put Cello to bed. I was in such a rush to try and get this stream going because I haven't streamed in a minute. It's been a bit. And Cello's now gonna be a real goblin about things. Anyway, bird. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully things will calm down a bit soonish. Like, my legs hurt from all the walking, and it's gonna be like that for a bit. Because my university is a solid 14-minute walk away from where I live, and oh my god, Cello, I'm sorry, I forgot, okay? Also, new outfit! Look, I've had this sitting for a while, and I was gonna make like a whole birthday stream thing about it, and then I got too tired because of university. I was like, no, I'm gonna put Cello to bed real quick, oh my god. There we go. Okay. Bird has gone to bed, and hopefully my tracking will pick up again, please. Hello? Thank you. There we go. Okay. Now I can actually talk. Wow. What I was saying was, yeah. I was gonna do a whole birthday stream 4 days ago. And then university tired me out way too much to bother. I was like, nope, I'm just gonna show up with the new outfit. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. So here I am. Just doing a commission. And this is technically the outfit reveal. Although, it's got some cool other stuff. I can take the hat off. I think it's this one? Yeah. See? I can take the hat off. Wow. Wowie. Hello. Hopefully chat's working. Something is, it's not quite a suit. It's a dress. I'm wearing, well, it's a skirt. It's a skirt. I just zoom out real quick. All the way out. What am I doing? I'm tired. I'm mostly tired. Look, I got some nice little booties. I didn't, I mean, I was gonna do like a proper Glorious Frills. I know, I'm so happy with them. It was actually, I can really flex my wings there. I was gonna make like a whole big thing of it, and then I didn't have the energy to because of university. With the hat on, because I imagine I'm probably not gonna end up wearing the hat much, just because I kind of prefer not having the hat on, because I don't know, I like the hat, but I feel like it looks quite nice without the hat, but I feel like I should give some justice to the hat before I inevitably ditch it half the time. I don't know. The hat has grown on me. I wasn't like the most happy with it initially. It's grown on me. I'm happier with it than I was initially. Yeah, it was gonna be like a whole... The hat's for when I'm performing. Performing what? I'm not much of a entertainer. Performance entertainer. I'm not a performance artist. I'm just here talking and drawing. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm hoping getting a new PC will actually like let me do stuff I want to do, which would be nice. Cause as chunky as this laptop is, it can only do so much. It can only handle so much. So it'll be much more comfortable doing drawing streams once I can actually, you know, do stuff I want to do with a good PC. Hello, Meowie. Thank you for resubbing. Hello. Oh my god, it's been 10 months. Oh my god. But yeah, hopefully I'll be getting that soon. I mean, I should be. I'm literally just waiting for like the ability to do it. I have the order planned out and everything. I found a custom PC site that was recommended to me. I went through like the important things. I was like, oh, I don't know what I need, and I went through like PC part websites to be like, what's like, does this work together? Are these compatible? Do these work? And so yeah, I'm gonna end up spending like 2,000 quid on this. I'm just like, yep, I'm just gonna, like, I have access to the money to do it soon. I might as well. You know, I've been waiting to do this for 2 years and I'm just like, I might as well get a good one. Like a really good one. So my mom was, my parents and my brother were over for my birthday last week. I had my brother look over like some of my selections at the time. I've edited them a bit since, because I went through like a PC part picker, just to look for like compatibility issues, and I found some. I was like, well, I might as well like add to it. I might as well like choose some cool other stuff. So I ended up doing that, and I've like double checked everything. It should all work together, I think. My mom was looking over like my storage choices. So like the stuff I've chosen is it's like a 1 terabyte SSD and then a 2 terabyte hard drive, because my major issue with every piece of technology I have is that I always run out of space. So it's like better to have more than to have to like get more later, you know? And my mom was looking over my shoulder and was like, what the fuck do you need 3 terabytes of storage for? I was like, you don't understand, mother. Mother, you don't understand how chunky some of this shit can be. Especially because I plan on using it for both, like, work and streaming. I'm like, yeah, no, I need a lot of storage. I need a lot of storage. Like, I'm always gonna back stuff up on, like, cloud services, but I need a lot of storage. I need it for accidents. That shit happens, man. Shit just happens. And since then, I've, like, made some edits to, like, what I've chosen. So, like, it's gonna have, I think, what was it, like, 4 16 gigabyte, memory RAMs. So it's gonna come to like 64 gigabytes of RAM, or that better be fucking enough, because that was like that was starting to max it out. That better be fucking enough to handle the shit. Or I swear to God, I won't know what to do. That's like another issue like this laptop has, is like it doesn't have like the most RAM. It has like enough, but like it's not enough. I need more memory. It's why half of my streams probably end up very laggy. I was initially gonna get like an i5 CPU, and I was looking at it earlier today. I was like, I mean, I might as well get a better one. So I'm probably gonna be getting an i9 instead, because I'm like, fuck it, why not? Fuck it. Saves me problems in the future if I just get a beefy ass PC now, you know, while I'm at it. And then fucking I think I chose like a 3060 Ti graphics card. What commission am I working on? It's for my friend Gino of his D&D character Casimir, who's in the same campaign as I am. It's like a new outfit for him, basically. But yeah, he's being very nice about my struggle to actually work on it with university. All my commissions have been, actually, because university has sapped my time and energy. Wow, we're 2 weeks in and I'm already like dying. I'm just like I mean, not really, but it's just like by the time I get home, like I cannot work on commissions because I'm just dead. I'm just like so I've been in for like 8 hours or something, 5 to 8 hours, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not working on anything. Nope. I always feel bad when that happens, but I kind of have to prioritize university. So, yeah. Like, it happens, and I'm glad no one's being, like, really, I'm glad no one's, like, getting on my case about it or anything, because I'm just like, yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I haven't even, like, started working on everything I need to start working on. I need to work on my dissertation, which is gonna fucking kill me this semester, I think. We're 2 weeks in and I still haven't gotten to meet with my, dissertation supervisor once, because I was hoping to try and get a meeting with him, yesterday, and then he caught COVID. So, fuck me, I guess. I'll just go at it without supervisor for a bit, I suppose. Until he reschedules or something. I don't know. It's a bit annoying. I'm just like, can someone tell me what I'm doing? Can I be told what I'm doing, please? Help? So, yeah. And I haven't started looking at my research or writing, so I'm a bit stressed out about that, because I'm like, ugh, I need to start doing that because I need to have like a first draft done by week 7. So I really don't have that much time to do it. I'm gonna like, I think I'm gonna hella, I think I'm gonna try and start this coming week on stuff for that, hopefully. Someone forced me to sit down and do it. I swear to God. Because I need to have 4,000 words written for the fucking first draft. And 7,000 for the final draft. I'm gonna die. I don't think I've ever written an essay that long in my life. Let alone for a first draft. I'm just like, oh no. No. Not that it has to be like super amazing. I think it's just to make sure that we're actually working on it. But it's like, I'm not really sure whether it's going fangs or not. Because Casimir is a baby. Casimir is a little baby guy, a little baby man with his fish oil. Who's somehow, despite not actually being a healer class in any way, shape, or form, has somehow become the party's healer. Even though I'm pretty sure my character has more healing function than he has, technically. But you know. funny how shit happens like that. I'm just like, I don't want to play a healer. I have the capability to heal, but I don't want to play a healer. Fuck you. I don't like playing ambulance, I found out. Sorry. I was just thinking about the new system that you've been wanting to run. Ooh. I've still only been able to play 5e. I haven't really played any other system proper. The joys of being a GM into niche systems. Yeah. I want to try other systems, but time and effort and most of the stuff. Most of the stuff my D&D Society runs is 5e. They have other stuff, but like it's mostly 5e. Thank you for following, Duskin. Welcome. One day I'll try other systems. I'm just a little scared of the learning curve. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing again. Woo. But I don't think I can emotionally or just like time-wise take another game right now. You know, it's like I want to have more games, but boy, like I already have one and I feel like I don't have enough time, and then I'm gonna be starting in one on Monday as well. I'm just like, oh no, I'm not gonna have time. I mean, I'm gonna have time, but I'm not gonna be able to put as much time as I'd like in, you know? Just like, oh, I'm tired. So I'm already kind of dreading that a little bit. I'm sure it'll be fine, because it's been fine every other year, but it's like, oh, I need to do my dissertation though. I'm not used to drawing, like braid or, dread type hair locks. What are they called again? I don't know. I'm not fully certain which one this character has, actually. I think I've asked before. I was just gonna be like, they kind of end up the same in a simplified style anyway. So these are chunky ones either way, so I'm not used to drawing them. I need to draw more characters with them, honestly. So I like how I've managed to get them in the sketch here. I've drawn this character a few times before, but it's usually been like very sketchy and kind of, I don't know, a bit of guesswork, just because the reference image, like, it's nice, but it's very low res, so it's kind of hard to see, especially because he's got a lot of like darker tones to him, so they blend a little bit when it's low resolution like this. I'm not sure if, I think it was PB who did it. My friend PB who drew that. I'm not sure if she has a higher res version. I haven't asked. I probably could, but it's fine. I don't think I need it, really. Yeah. I'm losing my voice a bit already. Let's go! I feel like I need to start Boop, boop, boop. Shit. But yeah, hopefully once I get a new PC, I'll be able to just like draw on my PC on stream without issues, which would be nice, instead of having to fucking stream off of a tablet, which gets really weird. I'm hoping, anyway. I mean, I would sure hope so with all the fucking chunky shit I'm putting into the PC. Like, good lord, if it can't handle Clip Studio Paint on stream, I might just cry at that point. I think it should be able to, though. It's pretty beefy, what I've selected. In theory, it should all be pretty beefy, so... My cough's being really annoying the past couple of days. Probably because of the amount of walking I've been doing, because exercise does tend to set it off. And so I've spent like the entire summer period just like not doing anything and not being super active, and then all of a sudden I'm coming back and being like, hey, I need to walk 80 minutes every day now. Uphill, downhill, whatever the fuck hill. Get back into it, body. My body's just being like, okay. So everything is just gonna be like, readjust, okay. I've already noticed though, my caffeine habits have immediately gotten worse as this year has started. Because I've started drinking coffee. I don't even like coffee, but I started like, as a side effect of me having to get up way earlier than I'd like to actually travel to get to uni in the first place, and being fucking exhausted by the time I get there at like 9 AM. Like I end up buying coffee, like cold coffee, from the campus shop, just to like wake myself up a bit so that I don't die in the whatever meeting I've shown up to. And so now I'm just getting coffee every day. Like every day that I go in, I just grab coffee. I'm like, shit. I guess I'm drinking coffee now. What's happening? I mean, it's not entirely true to say that I don't like coffee, because I guess I can now swallow it. I still don't love it. But, like, I quite like cappuccinos, I found. Apparently. Apparently I liked cappuccinos. Which is news to me. But, you know. Sure. But, like, I can swallow a latte, and I can swallow a caramel macchiato. I don't like the caramel macchiato as much, but it's there, so I keep getting it. So it's like, well, it's available. It's an option. It sure is there, because they keep they keep running out to cappuccinos. I'm like, shit, that's the one I like. I guess I'll just like get a vanilla latte. Fun fact: there's a medical code for being injured while landing a spacecraft. You know what? Understandable. Have a nice day. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's not common, but it's happened. So I guess why not? Why wouldn't there be? Why wouldn't there be a medical code for being injured while landing a spacecraft? Let me save this. Oh right, that's the spear. You see? Sometimes I lose track of my own sketches. I'm just like, what's that again? What's the thing? Oh yeah, it's that thing. I remember now. But I just have to like, especially when I haven't looked at it for a couple of weeks, just have to reorient myself a little bit. Just like, what was I doing? What was the goal? Ah, yes. I like drawing arms with like a little bit of muscle to them though. That's what I found out recently. I quite like drawing them. They're kind of fun. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, do. Actually, don't really need to focus on the arms right now. I just need to get like this shoulder collarbone sort of area lined. Yeah, I've also I've already ordered this, but I've ordered a Huon Canvas 16 Pro, I think. Because there's a sale, and I was kind of like, oh shit, I should probably actually get myself a new tablet because my XP Pen tablet is it doesn't like functioning to say the least. It's not the most functional, and I'm kind of tired of XP Pen. I love XP Pen. I really like their customer service because they're really responsive in terms of their customer service. However, their tablets can be a little bit flimsy. At least the ones I've gotten from them have all like gotten really easily damaged. Not even damaged, they've just kind of like stopped wanting to work. Like, love my new outfit. Thank you. I am very dapper. Hi, Cree. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I've ordered a Huon Canvas. I keep my brain is so on university that I keep like almost saying campus. No, canvas. Huon Canvas 16 I've ordered. And because of a sale, I also get a free extra tablet entirely, which I'm just kind of like, well, I'm not gonna say no. Always good to have spares, but I already have. It's gonna mean I'm gonna have 4 tablets, because like my XP Pen tablet does still technically work. It's just kind of like the cord is loose. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't want to get a new one of it. I don't want to bother with like customer service again. I'm just gonna get a new tablet at this point. Like I'm gonna try something else because this is the second one of the same tablet that I've had issues with within like a short period of time of getting it. So I'm just like, nope, I'm just gonna replace it. It works, but it don't work well enough. Yeah, the main problem with my XP Pen, my XP Pen Artist 12 is it's the cord is loose, or something in the tablet is loose anyway. I'm not sure if it's the cord itself. The cord is pretty loose though. But if I put too much pressure on it, especially on the left side of it, it'll disconnect, which is not very useful when you need to apply pressure to draw on it. So yeah, I haven't been using it like a tablet very much for like the past year since I got my Samsung tablet, which is the main one I do a lot of my work on just because it's easier for me, because it means I can actually work in bed, is what my Samsung tablet means, which is great when you have chronic pain and are just exhausted all the time and can't sit up for extended periods of time. Really good for that. I dearly love my Samsung tablet, but I do, however, need to have a PC tablet that functions as well. So, so yeah, that's yeah, I was like, well, there's a sale. Oops, I just accidentally merged everything. Can we not do that? Please, thank you. So yeah, I was like, well, I'm getting a new PC, so I can also like go ahead and like upgrade some other things with my setup, like while I'm at it, you know? Because yeah, like while I'm at it, sure. So yeah, I've ordered that. That should be coming in like a week or something. I don't know, something like that. It said a week. It comes with like I'm getting another tablet with it for free because they were just like, here, have a free other tablet. I was like, well, I'm not gonna say no. So I put that into the order as well because like, well, it's a free tablet. And it means I'll have something I can take into university easy enough with my laptop. So, you know, not gonna complain. An XP Pen tablet and works really well, but had this glassy squeak screen feel that bothered my senses. Ugh, yeah. I don't know, I don't know. I have mixed... I don't know. My issue with drawing stuff isn't so much with the tablets themselves as much as how the program feels. It's the way the program feels that tends to like make or break what I do. It's like all the pens I use within Clip Studio Paint, I use them because they feel nice to me. So like the screen itself, I will get used to the screen quality. It's the pens themselves that I need to just like naturally get along with, I guess. Which is maybe not the best thing, but like I don't know, I need the pens I'm working with in program to feel nice for me to use them. Which might just be, it might just be like fully a neurodivergent thing. I don't know if it's that or if I'm just like weird or what. These clips, Sign, Procreate. I've used a few. Well, the main ones I use, like, personally for, like, just about everything I use Clip. But for university, I have to use TV Paint for animation. And I'm also trying to, like, get into using a bit of, Toon Boom. And with my completely, entirely legal copy. Yep. I think Procreate is probably my least favorite because the sketch brushes don't scale up enough. I haven't tried Procreate before. I don't know, because I haven't had tablets that support it. Or the tablets that I have had that support it. I have Clip Studio Paint, which I would much rather use anyway, because the program I'm comfortable with, and I can transfer files between stuff with Clip Studio Paint. I actually didn't need to do that hand yet, but you know. I've used Medibang before, a little bit, but not like to the proper extent, because it was pretty limited in terms of what I was using to use Medibang in the first place. Like, I've used it before. I know Medibang a little bit. Not in a while, but I'm semi-familiar with it. What else? I've used Fire Alpaca before. I don't like the feel of Fire Alpaca though, because it's more... I don't know, I don't like vector-based stuff so much, and I don't know, I don't like the brushes in Fire Alpaca. Which is fine, because like, it's a free program. I'm not exactly expecting much. I don't know. I haven't really used Krita before. I've recommended Krita to people on the basis of like, I've heard Krita is good. If you want a free program, use Krita. But I've never actually used it myself. Yeah, I fucking hate vector stuff. Cause I don't like how it erases. I don't like how vector lines erase because it gets really weird with the pixels. Vector is neat in concept, but I don't like how it feels to use it. It's coming along well, thank you. My teachers would make us draw an InDesign and PowerPoint. Ugh. When I was in high school, for graphic design, we would use CorelDRAW, which is fine, but it is vector based, and you can't really draw on it. We weren't using tablets either. So, you know, wasn't the biggest fan. And what was that used in? There was, in my last year of high school, I was doing an animation project for my advanced higher. And I was using the school, like my art teacher's iPad. I can't speak today, apparently. I can't remember what I was using for it. What was I using? I mean, I wasn't doing a lot of animation, so it didn't come up that much, but I'm trying to remember. I really don't remember. Wow. I might have just been using Flip-A-Clip. Flip-A-Clip and Metabang, I think? Question mark? Not sure. Unclear. I don't remember. It's been 4 years. Which is kind of wild to think about. Well, not 4 full years. It's been 3 years. I know how time works. Totally. I am a surveyor of time. I don't know. I don't remember a lot from my last 2 years of high school in particular, because I kind of blocked them out due to trauma, so like a lot of it is just gone. I just fully don't remember some stuff. God, one of us knows how time works, because I super don't. I barely. Time. Jeremy Baramy. You know? Yeah. I don't know. I'm worried for time this year. Ooh. I am going to be busy. I need to like properly close my commissions and to be like, yeah, no, unless we're like really close friends and you don't mind me literally taking like 8 months to do it. My brace skipped 2 days this week, and now I moved to start moving stuff Monday. Oh, very fun. Love that. This entire week has just been me getting up really early so that I can walk to university or attend, not even attend an online lecture. So when I'm hearing, what are you hearing? Is that I can still commission you. I mean, yeah, if you're willing to literally wait until I'm just not dying under workload. If you're willing to wait. I don't know. I'm probably honestly gonna be keeping it to people who have already said that they're planning on commissioning me for stuff. Like that's about it. Just, or if like I'm in desperate need of money for whatever reason, shit happens and there's a cost of living crisis and shit's hard. Shit's hard. Like, I don't know, cause I am already so stressed and it's just like, ooh boy. Take a sip, sip. And a stretch. Okay. I didn't choke that time. Oh my god. Self-care. Yeah. There we go. So wait, hold on. Go get your car tested. Ooh, fun. Always very fun. If I'm back before D&D starts, I'll hop back in. Fair enough. Have fun getting your car tested. What am I doing? Boop, 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 boop. Love drawing with me, thank you. It'd be very fun if we could do a drawing stream together at some point. That would be fun. I haven't been able to do much of that just because everything collapses in on itself at the moment. But that should be fine once I get a new PC. Wow. Oh shit, this is all on the same layer. Whoops, I accidentally merged the layers instead of transferring down. That's fine though. That's okay. I don't know. That's fine, I think. I think those bands are fine. Just readjust this. Make a new layer because I fucked up. I fucked up. Not like really badly though. It's fine. Might have done this a bit too low. Not that Gino will complain, I don't think. But this hip probably is too low, I think. I don't know. I'm just an anatomy enjoyer. And hater. I am both anatomy's biggest lover and hater. I enjoy it, but I would also rather die. I'm gonna deal with all the nets later. Just later, very simply. That's a later Nabby problem, I think. Because nets are very detailed. And I don't want to deal with them at the moment. I'll deal with them when I have more stuff to, or less stuff to procrastinate at doing. A little bit of depth in there. I feel like I should maybe put focus mode on. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Wow. We're in focus mode. Which means I'm shutting the fuck up, basically. Well, not fully shutting up, but like, I'm gonna get a bit quieter just because I'm focusing, you know? You know how it is. Oh, you know what I said I was gonna talk about earlier today? So, I saw a tweet earlier today. It was basically like pointing out a lot of the like deeper analysis of a certain fantasy book series about wizard boy going to a wizard school. You know the one. It was basically pointing out like a lot of the issues with like how stuff is presented. Like if you've ever seen that one, there's like it's like a 4chan post or something. It's one of the few 4chan posts that I actually kind of agree on. With. Because basically it's talking about how like Harry Potter like presents itself as if it's like some anti-bigotry, like anti-fascism story, but like the main character never does anything but retain the status quo, and he doesn't even have his own opinions. He just kind of watches what happens and then decides to become a cop. Becomes a wizard cop in the end. So you know, I was like, it's very reminiscent of how UK politics has gone in the past few decades, because everything like it's kind of shifted to centrist at best, right wing at worst, even like left wing stuff, which is interesting. And it was basically like this tweet was it was basically along the same lines of like pointing out some of the like literary cues that like, yeah, like she's always been this way, it's just that now she's being loud about it, because like obviously there's like the whole things with all the goblins and the whole thing of her defending slavery. You know, that whole thing that was like an entire plot point. She never did anything with it. You know, but it was basically like a lot of the comments on it were like, oh, it's just fantasy, like it's not that deep. And I was just like, I was just reading that, I was like, do people just not, like, know how to critically analyze media? Like, at all? Because some of that shit is, like, it's not even between the lines, some of it. Some of it is just, like, straight up said. The thing with Harry Potter is, like, it presents itself as, like, an increasingly political story as it goes along. You know? Like, it gets more political as it gets along. It's not even like it's apolitical. It is political. It's literally, like, well, the intention is that it's supposed to be about, like, opposing fascism, but really it's more like it's about, retaining the status quo in the face of a literal Nazi, but, you know, like, like, nothing changes about the world. Like, shit's pointed out about how, like, yeah, a lot of, like, the structure of the wizarding world, like, wizards are bigots. Like, they've literally reduced other species to, like, not having rights, compared to wizards, you know, like, and then nothing is fucking done with it. Yeah, some people don't think. But, like, I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, well, it's a fantasy story, not a fucking autobiography. I was like, oh my god. Not you too, Mom. Because, like, the thing is, it's like, yes, it's a story. It's a fantasy story. But I feel like people just forget that, like, the views of an author inherently come across in their writing. Like, that happens. What's this about? I'm talking about Harry Potter. I saw a post earlier that was basically pointing out a lot of, like, J.K. Rowling's, viewpoints are reflected within her storytelling in Harry Potter. And it was basically saying, like, yeah, no, she's always been like this. It's just that now it's more blatant. And a lot of people in the comments were like, no, it's just a fantasy story. It doesn't mean anything. And it's like, have people just forgotten how to do, like, I don't like... I'm not gonna act as if I loved having to do critical media analysis in English class when I was in high school, but I really do not like the whole trend of people just being like, of people just taking everything in storytelling literally. I really don't like it, because you miss so much in doing that. But also, like, with Harry Potter in particular, a lot of it's really, like, blatant. Like, there's stuff that J.K. Rowling has explicitly said. For instance, and one that, like, I cannot believe anyone missed this. Like, if they have, like, looked at Harry Potter since they became an adult. Not even read it, like, because I haven't read it since becoming an adult. But, like, I remember this. Like, I've been told this, I've, like, gone back and looked at it, I've, like, confirmed that this is a thing in the stories, and be like, how did people miss this whole thing? Of, well, yeah, the Chinese character named Cho Chang, yeah, that was a pretty blatant one. Where you know exactly where her thought process was. Like, you know what her thought process was to get to that name. I can't go over fucking Kingsley Shacklebolt for a black character. What? How did no one, like, catch that? How did that was recent. That was in the Fantastic Beasts movie. How did that get missed? How did that go through? I think the major issue with, like, J.K. Rowling's work is that she doesn't, I'm like 90% sure she doesn't have an editor, and if she does have one, they're not actually editing anything, they're just letting whatever the fuck she does go through, because she's J.K. Rowling. Because it's like, it's blatantly obvious in, her most recent book, which I'm forgetting what it's called, but, like, that shit, it was not formatted. That book was not formatted. I have... God, I haven't read that book because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna read 1,200 pages of fake tweets in a shitty ableist murder mystery. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Sorry. You couldn't pay me to read that shit. I've read some of the excerpts. It's not formatted well. it is not edited, like, blatantly. But what I was gonna say was, like, one of the things that I can't believe people don't harp on this more. J.K. Rowling has explicitly said, like, she has said this, outside of the books, she has confirmed this. She has said that, lycanthropy in the wizarding world is, it's supposed to be a metaphor for the HIV/AIDS crisis. However, there is a werewolf character, and it's like, he's not like a super important character, but it's supposed to be, if I remember correctly, it's like the origin story for how Remus Lupin became a werewolf. Is that there's an adult werewolf character who deliberately attacks young boys to infect them with lycanthropy. And she has explicitly said that this is a metaphor for the AIDS crisis. And I don't need to tell you that there is an issue with that. I don't think I need to explain that. I feel like that's a pretty blatant issue. You know, I feel like you can figure that one out. Yeah, that metaphor is at best, that metaphor is awfully thought out. And at worst, that is intentionally bigoted. And given her recent trend, I'm going to tend towards the latter. Because I don't think she does many things in good faith. Like, bear in mind, I believe this was brought up in Prisoner of Azkaban. I could be wrong. Prisoner of Azkaban came out in 1998, I think? Which, bear in mind, that was less than 2 decades after the AIDS crisis started. So less than 2 decades, less than 20 years. But also, this was before Section 28 was repealed in the UK. Anywhere in the UK. Because it was repealed in Scotland in 2003, I think? No, 2000. It was in 2000, I think, that it was repealed in Scotland, and then it was repealed in the rest of the UK in 2003. Section 28 basically, like, outlawed a lot of things with LGBT people, essentially. It was like a massive bigoted thing. I don't know a lot about it because I was just, like, straight up not alive yet when that was a thing. But, like, I've done a little bit of looking into it. Essentially, like, criminalize, like, showing homosexuality and stuff. But I think it also did, like, a bunch of other things as well. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. Because, again, I wasn't alive when this was a thing. But, like, that's recent. And it was still in effect. So, like, you know, I don't think it's out of the question, especially given, like, despite her, there's, like, a really funny clip of her being, like, some interviewer asking her, like, what's the thing you hate the most in the world? And she answers in the most dramatic way, bigotry, which is really funny in the context of who she is as a person. Like, I'm sorry, but what? What? There's, like, it is very ironic, isn't it? Like, there's so many things I can think of off the top of my head. Like, for instance, that, like I mentioned before, there was that whole thing, there was a whole thing, she wrote stuff on this both in the books and outside of the books on her Harry Potter website, whatever, Pottermore at the time, about there's, like, a part of the books, I don't remember which book, but there's a part of the books where Hermione is, like, campaigning to end house elf slavery because she found out that Hogwarts relies on slave labor. Hogwarts relies on slave labor. She found out about that and she started campaigning to like end slavery when it came to house elves. And there's a whole thing in the books where and this is like old this is old slavery keeping rhetoric essentially, but it was like Hagrid and Ron were like, oh, you don't understand what you're doing, you're not gonna make them very happy. Like the house elves are like enjoy being slaves, they don't want to be freed. Like you have some like Dobby like that that are happy to be free, but they're the weird ones, they're the weirdos. Most of them will be like this other house elf who will get really depressed when she like gets freed from slavery, which, you know, in and of itself, that's really shitty and really bigoted. But it gets worse when you remember that some versions of Hermione are black, if like in The Cursed Child, and Rowling explicitly stated that she loves the idea of black Hermione, and that she never stated in the books that Hermione was white, which makes all of that so much worse. What? Like, huh? So in that point of view, if you're like officially saying that, like, yeah, there is official Harry Potter media where Hermione is black. Cool, okay. However, there's this entire portion of the books where, when you look at it through that point of view, fucking two of the characters, and then Harry's just standing there not having an opinion on anything, because he never has an opinion on anything that's happening. You have two characters telling a black girl that she's wrong for wanting to end slavery. You start to think she's not that good of her. She's not. Like, the books are blatantly not written that well. Is the funny thing. I don't know why people saying like, oh, like, I actually genuinely don't understand this, because it's fine when you're a kid, but looking back on an adult, she's not good at writing. She, like, the reason Harry Potter took off was because there wasn't a lot of, like, preteen teen fiction at the time. So it hit, like, this blank spot in the market, which is why it took off. But in hindsight, it's written really fucking badly. There's also, like, this is less of, like, a bigotry issue, and more of just this is funny, and it's kind of reflective of how she takes criticism in general, and how she treats, like, people's criticism of her work. There's a whole thing where there's, like, a 2-book lag between, like, plot holes in one book being brought up in the book after, because they're just, like, mysteriously gone missing. And it comes back like 2 books after it was initially appeared, and she'll do something out of spite, because like one particular example is the Time Turner in the 3rd book. The Time Turners, like, people were like, oh well, why couldn't they use the Time Turners to like go back and stop Cedric Diggory from dying in the 4th book? So in the 5th book, she had Neville Neville get flung into a case that had all of the Time Turners in it, which is very funny. Neville knocked time travel over, and that was her way of responding to people pointing out her plot holes. Yeah, the reason it's so popular is the same reason the Marvel movies are popular. If you don't think too hard about it, they're decently entertaining. When you start thinking about it, it all falls apart. Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot about them that's just like, which doesn't really solve the problem, because time travel. Yeah. Like, there were so many better ways It's interesting to hear. I usually see that Harry Potter series are extremely well written, but no one likes the author. I think a lot of people look at Harry Potter through the point of view of childhood nostalgia. Because a lot of people have not gone back and read them as adults. I know I haven't, because I don't own them, and I'm not going to buy them, because I don't want to support her. It's definitely a significant amount is nostalgia, but also a lot of people watch the movies, which removed a lot of the shitty things. Not all of the shitty things, but they did remove, for instance, the whole slavery, you shouldn't end slavery thing. They removed that part in the movies, which was probably for the best. Probably for the best that they do that. Remember Stephen King praising Rowling's writing? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you can enjoy the books, but it's like one of these things, just like, you kind of have to be, you have to be critical of what it is, because there's so much shit in those. There's so much shit. Like, I don't think I have to point out the goblins. Like, I think enough people have harped on that one. I mean, for fuck's sake, in the movies, they literally used a Jewish bank and they forgot to, like, cover the Jewish, they forgot to cover the Star of David. So, like, it really did not help things. But, like, the goblins in and of themselves are obviously, you know, anti-Semitic stereotypes. Also, there's a really dark moment in the book, which I think this is also cut out of the movies, because I do not remember this. But, I think it's Sirius Black's house has, like, decapitated house elf heads. And there's a scene where the main characters decorate the decapitated house elf heads for Christmas. Which, I don't think I have to tell you is fucked up. I think that one speaks for itself. And they don't blink. They don't see an issue with it. And hello, Cree. Hi, we're talking about Harry Potter and my frustrations with people's inability to think critically about media nowadays. Because I have so much to say. Like, there's so much shit, man. And what was all a scam? The place is closed for no apparent reason. Oh, well. Oop. So I guess I'm not going there. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I was... I put on pants for this. I'm gonna... That's going into my vocabulary now. I put on pants for this. Yeah, there's so much shit in Harry Potter. Oh! There's, the trend of, like, racism in Harry Potter continues past, like, what a lot of people remember, because, there's a singular Irish character whose name is Seamus Finnegan. I believe he's the same age as Harry and the rest of the gang, and he's Irish. He's the only Irish character as far as I can remember. And his entire character is that he drinks alcohol. Bearing in mind he's like fucking 13. He drinks alcohol and he blows things up. And that's it. There's nothing else to his character. What? I don't... How did she get away with half of this shit? Honestly. I see Rowling attends the Punch-Out School of Character Diversity. I mean, I get it when it comes to Punch-Out because, like, the original game did not have a lot of room to communicate certain things about characters, so it makes sense. But, like... poor Seamus done dirty, fix him in fanfiction, pretty much. Same with like all the other characters, but there's just so much shit. Harry inherits a house elf who's like grumpy and doesn't like people because, you know, he's a slave. But he learns to like he learns to like Harry in particular because Harry's nice to him. And literally the last line in the last book is Harry thinking about getting, well, it's not like literally the last line, it's like the last line in like the present moment, not in the future, in the epilogue. The last thing Harry thinks about at the end of the book is getting his house elf, getting his slave to fix him a sandwich. After he's just like killed the Nazi stand-in. Or he didn't kill the Nazi stand-in. The wasp, the wand killed him. The wand killed Voldemort. Like, there's so much shit. Oh my god, it's actually ridiculous how much shit there is in this book series. I cannot believe that people don't bring this up. Like, people just will let this go. Wild Vibes, the whole didn't want to be free for one of the house elves. No, yeah, like I was talking about that earlier. Because like there's this entire plot is like they scrap it in the movies for obvious reasons. They decided, yeah, no, let's not do this. But in the books, like Hermione starts campaigning to free the slaves because she finds out that Hogwarts runs on slave labor. And she gets told off for it by Ron and Hagrid in particular, while Harry doesn't hold any opinion whatsoever, because he's Harry Potter and Harry Potter has no opinions. But like Hermione gets told off as essentially being like, oh, you don't like understand, like they'll be happier. They're happier as slaves. So, like, sure, there's weird ones like Dobby who want to be free, but the rest of them will all become like depressed drunkards if you free them, which is bad enough in and of itself, but it gets infinitely worse when you remember that like some official adaptions of Harry Potter, cough cough, the Cursed Child, make Hermione a black girl. So, and J.K. Rowling has like given her explicit approval on that, which makes the entire plot great, like just fucking a mess. It makes that entire thing a mess, but even more of a mess than it already was. Like, because it adds the context that like you could perceive Hermione as a black girl, and there's two white boys telling her that trying to end slavery in the wizarding world is bad. Like, you can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up. Honestly. What? But there's another, like, even more blatant one. And again, I mentioned this earlier, to people who were here. But Rowling has explicitly stated that, lycanthropy in the wizarding world, in her Harry Potter books, is intended to be a metaphor for the HIV crisis, for AIDS. It's intended to be a metaphor for AIDS, which becomes very... It's... At best, it's not well thought out. At worst, it is intentionally bigoted. Because there's a character, who I believe is the one who infected, Remus Lupin, in the first place. There's a character who is a werewolf who intentionally seeks out little boys, young boys, and infects them, and attacks them and infects them with, lycanthropy. Like, oh my god. And she has said, like, she's the one who said it was a metaphor for AIDS. It really shouldn't have surprised anyone, but still, I think a lot of people view these books through, like, exclusively the viewpoint of nostalgia. I think that's, like, one of the major issues. People look at this exclusively through nostalgia. So they end up looking at it through rose-tinted glasses, because they don't remember the shit. Because they were a kid when they read this originally. Like, so they don't remember a lot of the worst shit. Or if they do remember, like, they see it through rose-tinted glasses. Yeah, gotta have those, the gays are predators thing. It's even worse, because, I believe that was a plot point in Prisoner of Azkaban. I could be wrong on that, because I haven't read these books since I was a child. I've only, like, looked over some of the vague shit about it, to remind myself. But I believe it was Prisoner of Azkaban that was a thing. Which was released in 1998. And Section 28 wasn't repealed. Section 28 was still in effect. This was less than 20 years after the AIDS crisis started. Like, it was still a fresh wound. Like, it was still fucking fresh. And Section 28 wasn't repealed, in Scotland until 2000, and in England until 2003, I think. It's like, completely aligns that she would maybe... I have a feeling, that she was probably more supportive of Section 28 than she would like us to think. I don't know. I have no basis in saying that except just the general trend of how she is as a person. Went back to Ranger's Princess. I was a Percy Jackson kid, which I am so glad has worked out significantly better. Cause like, I read Harry Potter as a kid, but I wasn't like a super fan of it or anything. I don't know, I always found Harry Potter fans kind of annoying. It's like, it was fine. But it wasn't like amazing. You know, it wasn't like super memorable. The movies were good, I guess. But like, it wasn't fucking brilliant. It was never a masterpiece to me, you know? You know, I'm significantly happier with how, Rick Riordan's books have aged very well in comparison. Never seen a Harry Potter movie. Yeah, it's probably best to keep it that way at this point. Probably best to keep it that way. Yeah. Like, I don't know, I find it kind of amusing that, like, one of the things people say about Harry Potter, it was all about, like, being an outcast, and, like, it was a bit of a power fantasy, but it's like, the main character becomes a cop. The main character defends the status quo. He doesn't do anything to change wizarding society. Like, there's all sorts of points brought up about wizarding society being very flawed, you know, like, the whole thing of them, having slave labor. And also, you know, purposefully, like, downgrading the humanity of other creatures so that they would have more power. So that they could purposefully restrict access to certain things, like with, centaurs and stuff. Centaurs are classed as beasts in the Harry Potter world, specifically to make it so that they can't do things legally. Best Harry Potter characters in twins. They do pranks, shit on the school as punks and leave before schooling ruins them, as far as I can remember. She kills one of them. One of them gets murdered, and the other one loses an ear. That's about it. Oh, there was also like a thing of it's one of the reasons I find Rowling like claiming to be very pro women's rights and stuff, pro feminism. She's not. She's a centrist at best and a fascist at worst. The death is a kind of leaving. Yeah, but it's at the end of the last book. But there's an entire section of the 6th book where Ron literally gets roofied. He literally gets roofied. He gets magically roofied because it was a love potion, and it's played as a joke. Which, again, I don't think I have to explain that one. Like, it's played as a joke. It's not like it's taken as like a serious thing. It's a joke. It's made as a joke. Literally just a guy getting roofied. And it's just like, bro. What the fuck? Like, that's not a fucking joke. What? Why would you do that? So, you know. Super, feminist, anti-bigotry Rowling, making a kid's getting roofied, like, literally a child's getting roofied into a joke. It's like an extended joke as well. Like, that shit lasts. Like, I don't even know what to say about that one. Like, she's so inconsistent. Well, no, it's not that she's inconsistent. She's inconsistent in between like what she says she believes and what she actually shows that she believes. It's kind of impressive, to be honest. Shall we talk about something else? No, I have so much to say on this topic. I have so many thoughts. I can't even think of them all. It is a topic that I actually like really not enjoy, but I find it really interesting. Partially in I really like arguing about this way, but also, I don't know, it's one of like these things that I have more recent memory of, like some of the critical analysis, because like I've watched critical analysis videos on it more recently, you know, whereas there's a bunch of other stuff that I don't fucking remember about stories that haven't aged quite so poorly. There's so much shit. It's kind of impressive, actually. Like, it gets to a point that it's just impressive. How poorly something can age. Or how easily something will fall apart. I was enthralled by mass fashion. Oh, there's so much more. I haven't even talked about fucking the Fantastic Beasts movies. Absolute mess. I refuse to watch the third one because the first two are just so bad. they're fucking awful. But like, can we talk about how the entire plot of like the main core plot of the Fantastic Beasts trilogy is that they're trying to keep the Holocaust happening. They're not trying to stop World War II. No, it's Grindelwald that's trying to stop World War II. Or at least he's using that as a rallying point to get people behind his fascist cause. But it does mean that because the bad guy is the one who's trying to stop World War II, it does mean that the good guys are trying to make sure it happens. Which, again, I don't think I need to explain that. No, it's not a good look, is it? It's fucked up. God, there's so much shit. And to make sure that Grindelwald looked like a bad guy, because obviously, like, no matter what his actual intentions are, like, the thing he's saying, and the way that he's rallying other wizards behind him, is by saying that, yeah, I want to stop World War II from happening. I want to stop all of this from happening. And the way that they try to make sure he still looks like a bad guy is just to have him murder a baby. They just have him murder a baby. To keep him as a bad guy. Because otherwise, people would agree with him. Like... There's so much to unpack. There's just so much to unpack. If the baby Fiddler, it's just a normal baby, as far as I can remember. All the subtlety of punting a puppy. I know, right? It's like, like fucking hell. I haven't seen the Cursed Child, so I can't really say much on that. But from what I do know, the entire plot is that Harry Potter's kids, or one of them at least, like, goes back in time, saves Cedric Diggory. Because I guess the Time Turners did not all get knocked over by Neville. I guess one of them still remained. I don't know. Don't ask me. But like, from what I know of the plot of that, like, one of Harry's kids travels back in time to make sure Cedric Diggory doesn't die. But because J.K. Rowling received the criticism of, like, oh, why can't they just go back in time and save Cedric Diggory? She decided that here's why this couldn't happen. And what happened was that Cedric Diggory becomes a Nazi. He becomes a Death Eater. Which, again, I don't think I have to explain why that's some pretty shit writing. I don't think I need to explain that one. That was a reach. God, it's such a mess. Thing is, I really love villains that, like, genuinely think they're doing the right thing, but they're going about it the wrong way. The problem is that, like, the way she went about writing, because she was the one who wrote the screenplays for Fantastic Beasts, so she is the writer, like, the main writer responsible for this. It's not like some other person, like, took it and fucked it up. No, it was her, explicitly. Because of the way she went about writing Grindelwald, it means that, like, it explicitly makes it so that the good guys are trying to keep World War II. That they're trying to make sure it happens. Like, distinctly. You know, a bit of an oversight. But there's so many other issues. And it's like, I'm kind of sad about it. Because, like, I liked the first Fantastic Beasts movie for, like, the first half. Because the way Fantastic Beasts was advertised, it was like, oh, like, it's this guy who's basically just trying to, like, find all the nice magical animals and put them in his suitcase. It's a fun adventure for all of the family. On top of Fantastic Beasts, BBEG is a toxic game. I haven't even gone into that shit. Like, she really just decided, like, yes, Dumbledore is gay. Also, he's in love with a fascist. It's so exasperating. It's just like, how did you think this was a good idea? Because, like, the main plot, no matter how, the characters in universe try to make it out, like, within the universe, the characters of Harry Potter all try to make it out like, Albus Dumbledore is some, like, great, wonderful guy, who should be honored after death. No. Fuck Dumbledore. What the fuck is wrong with him? He's not a good person. But he's made out like he's some sort of hero. Just when he put Harry in like so many shitty situations that he should not have been in. He placed Harry with his abusive relatives and just didn't do anything about it. What? Oh my god. And oh, don't get me started on Snape. Don't get me fucking started on Snape as a character, because that's a whole ass mess. That's a whole different mess. God. Just Snape in general. I don't know how she thought. McGonagall is the MVP. She's definitely one of the better ones. But even she's not exempt. She does some shit. On like the shittier writing side, this is less of like a bad, terrible thing that happened. This is more just like kind of dumb. Kind of a dumb oversight. Mostly for that one Boss Bee TikTok cosplayer. Yeah. But like, there's a whole thing in, I don't remember which book, where Harry is complaining about how Slytherin has a rich benefactor who's like bought them all the best brooms, like, and he's like, oh, I wish we could have a rich benefactor. It's so unfair that Slytherin has this. Harry, you're rich. You're really rich. But also, like, he's complaining about, like, the fucking nepotism and how, like, oh, how could someone, like, do this? How it's so unfair. And it's just like, McGonagall bought you a professional grade broom for the time in the first fucking book. My guy, Harry, you're a hypocrite. It's just, like, it's fine for your main character to be a hypocrite. I actually think that's a good thing. It's just the fact that it's not intentional. He's not intended to be a hypocrite. That's the problem. It's not an intentional character death thing. It's just that Harry's dumb. It's just that Harry's kind of a shit neutral party and everything. Now I'm thinking about one of the recent MST3K movies. But, oh, I saw like a recent thing on Twitter. Like, it was like a month ago or something, where the problem with dumb Rick jokes and then needing to make them relatable. Yeah. There was a thing I saw on Twitter where, someone was saying, like, y'all are lying. Harry Potter and, Percy Jackson would be best friends. It's like, nope. No, they wouldn't. No. No. They just wouldn't. Percy Jackson would stick Harry Potter's head in a toilet. He would not tolerate that shit. Like, because the difference between Percy Jackson and Harry Potter is Percy Jackson actively makes sure things changes for people who are affected by shitty gods. Like, he basically holds the gods at gunpoint to get them to parent their fucking children better. Meanwhile, Harry Potter becomes a magical cop. It's amazing Harry comes off as likable, given that Harry really should be a spiteful little monster. Yeah, I don't know how anyone can like him. He's so boring. He doesn't have a personality. I explain a lot about the writing, yeah. It's because he's put against Draco and cronies. Yeah. I think it's also just, like, people don't really pay attention to Harry as a character because he's kind of just a stand-in. Like, he doesn't do anything. Harry doesn't do anything. He's not even the one to kill Voldemort. He's not. It's not him that does it. It's the wand. The wand kills Voldemort. And Harry just stands there. So, like, he didn't even do that. You know? Here's the personality of protagonists. Protagonists tend to have the blandest personality for greater reveal. See, no. You're wrong. There are so many protagonists that I feel are, like, the best character in their stories. Protagonists do not have to be boring. They do not have to be bland. I think it's a disservice to your world to have a main character who doesn't have a fucking personality. It's one thing in a video game where you have a silent protagonist. That's fine. But in a book, in a story, where it's not a silent protagonist, it is such a disservice to have a character that does not. It's such a disservice to any story that, like, has a narrative voice from a main character to have them just not have a fucking personality. I'm sorry. Like, Percy Jackson, he has a palpable personality. He is literally a skater boy. He's sarcastic, he's funny, he has a personality, and it makes him one of, like, the best protagonists I've ever seen in a kid's book series. The way I keep saying the one killed the villain reminds me of Gun Discussions. No, but literally, it's literally the one that kills Voldemort. Harry doesn't do anything. Because literally, like, the final confrontation between the two of them is just them betting on who the wand will kill. Who the wand's master will be. That's it. Voldemort dies because the wand backfires on him because it decided in Harry's favor. Which also it shouldn't have, because the logic it used was stupid. But Harry didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He stood there. Neville did more than him. That's one heck of a Deus Ex Machina. It is! It's such a disappointment. Like, he literally doesn't do anything. Anything he does is because someone else decided to do it. Either Ron or Hermione has decided to do something and he's just going along with it. Like 99% of the time. He doesn't do anything. He just sits there. I really only go for novels with the most snarky, tragic little shits for their personalities. Exactly. I genuinely think it's such a disservice to have a story with like a massive world with a lot of world building and to just not have a character with personality. Like, I literally, there's this is gonna sound like really bad for a moment, but hear me out here. There's a game I play which is it's literally a porn game called New Carnival. And you know what? That game has one of the best protagonists I have ever seen in a game. He is one of the most, like, even though he's a stand-in for the player, he's a player point of view character in an isekai porn game. And he has such a lovable personality. He has a personality. Half the time I'm playing the game just to enjoy some of the shit he's thinking in his head in reaction to what's happening around him. It is so much more enjoyable than, like, he's literally one of the best protagonists I've ever seen in a game, and it's a fucking gay porn game. I just it feels weird talking about mainstream media just because of how far removed I am from it a lot of the time. Most of my media is webcomic. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the same. I don't engage in a lot of like super mainstream media. I don't know. But like, I'm sorry, if a gay porn game outshines your children's fantasy novel protagonist. Oh, my fucking screen, my fucking motion capture VTube Studio crashed. But like, I'm sorry, if a gay porn game can thoroughly outrank your children's fantasy novel protagonist, I'm sorry, but like, what the fuck are you doing? Best Himbo Phoenix, right? Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to play, unless it's literally a silent protagonist where I'm making the choices as a protagonist. That's fine. That's like in a video game, sure, whatever, okay. In a book, I don't want to read a book where the main character, the perspective character, who we hear the thoughts and feelings of, who we see through the eyes of. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the book to see a fantastical world through the eyes of a piece of plain white bread. That's not what I'm here for. Like, no. Quote-unquote relatability. I'm not here to see the world through the perspective of soggy white bread. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. Like, put some fucking personality in. It's much more interesting. Harry Potter could have been a good character because he has like a basis to have so much fucking trauma to unpack. Sometimes I read a book with Wonder Bread if there's a good enough secondary character. I mean, like, I've read plenty of books that have that, but like, I'm sorry, I can't, like, especially if it's a perspective character. Like, if I'm seeing it through like limited first or third person, if that's how the book is written, I want there to be something there. If your main character doesn't have a character arc, what the fuck are you doing? What's the point of having a main character if you're not gonna do anything with them? I'm sorry, but like, I'm reminded of watching My Hero Academia. It's like, there's just no like, because you have no guarantee that anyone is going to like any of your characters. I would rather sit through a book with a protagonist that I fucking cannot stand as a person, if he at least has a fucking personality. I was made to watch the first episode and walked away hating Izuku because his only character trait was, I want powers. Yeah, I haven't watched past the first season because, I don't know, fandom was annoying. I was like, nope, I'm good. I don't know, man. Maybe this is just me being a big lover of like exploring trauma through media, because boy do I need boy do I need to do that. Maybe it's just me from that perspective. I like my trauma. I like my trauma through my characters. No, I like my characters to explore like actual issues and problems and traumatic things. And Harry Potter has the building blocks of that, but they don't do anything with it. She doesn't do anything with it. Like, Izuku is a cute boy when he's with other more interesting trope characters because I appreciate his fanboy tendencies. I think Izuku, from what I know, like I've watched the first season and that's about it. From what I know, like he has at least like the building blocks as well, and he does a little bit more because he does have a personality at least, even if it is like stereotypical protagonist. It's a personality at least. Like he has little things to him. It's not a lot. But he does have, like, genuine... Like, he does have character arc stuff. I've seen it in, like, the manga. He has a lot of, like, trauma that's used as a character arc. Like, even though he does have, like, a typical protagonist personality, like, there's stuff there at least. Like, they fucking do something with it. Me? Trauma? No, it's not like one of my favorite modern anime adaptations is Banana Fish. I haven't watched Banana Fish. I need to watch it at some point. Like, I don't know. I feel kind of the same way with D&D. I mean, I'm a bit more lenient on it because it can be hard, especially for like newer players, to get like a lot of depth in their characters. But I'm someone who likes to have, I don't know, I like to have a lot in my characters. Like, my main D&D character at the moment, I mean, I'm starting playing a new character on Monday. I still have to figure out a lot about him in general, because, you know, I'm only starting. But, like, the main character I have in D&D at the moment is a psychological nightmare. There's, like, an entirely different set of logic I have to, like, get into the mentality of to play that character, to play him as a character, because his brain is such a fucking mess. He is a psychological nightmare, and he will continue to be so. He just gets worse. But it's like, because I've done that, like, I've been told by the other players that they're really engaged in his character arc because there's so much to it. Because they're like, yeah, at first we thought he was just this goofy little asshole. And then we're like, oh, it's traumatized. Anyway. If I can scroll up and chat a bit. Yeah, I'll give you that. The issue is less the character is written and more the way the writing just didn't give him room to breathe in that episode. Especially given the context of somebody who's just all up on the hype. Yeah, I mean, I think the issue with, you think I'm done? You think I'm fucking done? No, I think the issue with, like, the first episodes of My Hero Aka is that it's mostly trying to set things up. It's trying to world build more than it's trying to focus on the main character as a character. It's using Izuku as a perspective character for the sake of him being a denizen of the world. He's part of the world, but he still feels like an outsider. So he has a reason to, like, explain things to the watcher. But at the same time, it does mean that you don't get into Izuku as a character. You do not see him as a character until the point where shit happens to him as a character. Because he's not given that room. Which, I think that's whether you prefer that or not, I think that's down to personal, like how you personally like setups. Because the thing with My Hero Academia, is it is, at the beginning, it has a lot to world build into. It does have to set up stuff. And it is, like, initially quite focused on the world rather than the characters. They like, switch to more of the characters once they actually get into the school. But up until that point, it's all fucking world building. The episode serves as a really poor first showing, and if you're writing a serial story, it's really easy to forget what the audience actually sees. When you're writing an arc, you might forget about whether the episodes actually stand alone. Yeah. I feel out. One of my D&D characters' arcs is literally meant to end in death as the party tank, and the group is so invested that they pump resources into keeping him alive. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, most of the engagement I get with, Hum as a character is because, he's not an open book. He deliberately, like, obfuscates things, and he gets very aggressive when he's pressed on things. And so you have this situation where, like, all the other characters are becoming increasingly aware that this is an incredibly traumatized man, but he is literally like a feral cat. He is a feral cat, and they're having to work on basically, like, trying to work with him like he's a feral cat. I say that as a reader of webcomics where you have one exchange of dialogue and you're done for the week. Yeah. Meow. I literally describe Hum as a feral cat all the time because it is the most apt description for him as a person. I'm not gonna get into why he's like that because it hasn't even been, like, properly revealed in game. Oh no. Give him tiny hugs as a snack. See, he would fucking kill anyone who tried to hug him. Because he doesn't like being touched at all. But Hum is also really, like, engaging as a party character. I mean, it helps that I have, like, a lot of experience with D&D and setting up engaging characters at this point. Because I've been playing for a few years now, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Which is nice to be able to say. Like, that helps. That helps a lot. Who's the strong off, by the way? Casimir, one of the other D&D characters in the campaign I'm actually talking about. It's a commission for my friend Gino. What I was saying. Yeah, it helps that I have, like, a fair amount of experience in setting up engaging characters, but, like, I think the main thing I've managed to do really right with Hum is that, Hum has, amnesia. So it means you have this situation where he had complete amnesia. He could not remember anything at all whatsoever. So you had this situation where he started off as one character, and then after a few sessions, he's turned into a completely different one. Because he's remembered certain things. So he started acting different every time he remembers certain things as a response to whatever the fuck he's remembered, which I'm not gonna say, but just in case. Thank you for following Strawberry Milky. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Ehehe. Hello, hello. But yeah, so we have this situation where this character is remembering trauma, and he's having to try and deal with it while trying to function as a person, which he is not particularly good at doing. He's not particularly good at functioning as a person. I'm gonna change this to, like, a gray or something. Like, it's meant that, like, there was, like, a fight where, he nearly died, and everyone was freaking out, because they're like, oh fuck, if Hum dies, we'll never get to hear, like, how this goes. It's like, well, I'm glad you guys are engaged, however, I am on the floor. We'll figure this out in a bit. But yeah, it's led to an interesting situation, to put it lightly. Which I'm glad to have, because I have had other characters that were meant to be engaging that didn't quite work out just because of the way the campaign played out. Um, so it's ended up like, oh, well, that hasn't quite gone how I wanted it to. Like Furiel. Furiel didn't quite work out how I would have liked, because we just didn't really get to get into that shit. Because we kept doing things. Well, I kept prompting things, because I was manipulating a lot of things. So almost everything that happened as a main plot point in that campaign happened as a direct result of me being an awful person. Or, well, my character being an awful person, anyway. People didn't- none of the other characters realized until the end that it was kind of all my fault. It's like, because it was a villain campaign, I'm in a game with that GM once again now, like we're starting it in a couple of days. And he's described me to the other players, who don't know me as like, yeah, he was basically talking about, I found this really funny, he was talking about how like, yeah, you know how in a good campaign, players tend to, like, usually tend towards neutral. And the same is true in a villain campaign. Except for Nabby! Because, yeah. And I distinctly remember at the end of that campaign, something really funny that happened was that, one of the things he said to the other players in that campaign was like, yeah, you guys were evil, but you were traveling with a psychopath. It's just like, Jesus Christ. So like, he looked at me after I got into his new campaign, and one of the first things he said to me was just like, I'm worried. I don't know what you're going to do, so I'm worried. Okay, what's my mess? Talking about some of my D&D characters. I know one PvP game I'm in, I've somehow turned into the main antagonist almost entirely by accident. It happens. You know, it just happens. Shit happens sometimes, man, you know? But yeah, well, you didn't really... You missed me talking about fucking literary analysis, and then we got onto the topic of D&D characters, because it was like, yeah, no, I want my characters to be engaging. I'm not gonna engage with a piece of media if I don't like the character whose headspace I am in constantly. I'm sorry, I don't find that interesting. Because we were talking about Harry Potter. My character has some very bad anxiety, and some of the other party members are explosive. Yeah, it happens. So at one point, my character decided, screw this, and runs away from what he perceives to be threats to his life. Fair. Yeah, Hum is a very interesting thing, because I think Hum is legitimately the most in a character's head I've gotten. Like, I have put some... There is a entirely separate set of logic to how Hum as a character thinks and how I as a player think. They are two completely different mental spaces. And it's really interesting. Because essentially, Hum reacts to everything as if it's a threat. But he, rather than like one of my other D&D characters had like more of a flight reaction, he has a fight reaction. So he deliberately self-destructs. He deliberately tries to come off as really scary, and he is really scary. Like, he has mastered how to be scary. Like, he has mastered his glare. He has a +11 to his intimidation. And he gets surprisingly skittish. Like, he gets very on guard. I started a post-apocalyptic campaign last week, and it's just, oops, all assholes, everyone has negative charisma. You know, it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Hom's Headspace. I can't really get into it just in case. Um, but like, it is really interesting. I nearly did that. I nearly impulsively checked my email there, which would not have been great. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really interesting to get into a character's headspace, which is very different from your own. As like clearly I'm doing something right because like other players are actively trying to figure out what's going on with Hum, and they're actively engaged in what's happening, which is super neat. Because that doesn't always happen. Almost happened to one of my rogues. He was good online, the rest of the party trying to neutral moronic evil and wanted him as a smart boy, so they basically kidnapped him out of the local tavern. Oh my god. I'm talking throw the kid over the horse and rode out of town. Oh my god. Yeah, with Hum, I have, like, specific body language for, like, certain things, which, like, not all the other, well, the other characters haven't, like, figured out, the other players haven't figured out all of them. Like, there's specific body language cues. Also, I read a one-shot yesterday where the premise was that everyone was playing the character they would have written when they were 14. Oh god. Honestly, my D&D characters aren't all that different from how I would have written them when I was 14, to be honest. They're just more competent. The only difference is mine is now mine talk more. Yeah. Same, to be honest. I remember I asked my players for the AN of their hypothetical fanfic. Oh man. Yeah, literally, honestly, the only difference between my characters when I was 14 and now is now I can actually competently write them. That's it. Remember the first player got people responding that they got psychic damage from it. Oh my god. Yeah, sounds about right. it looks like I'm scribbling random bullshit, it's because I am. That's literally just what I'm doing. The boy's named Kurakami and that is cringe and I don't care and I will still find a way to play him someday. It'd be like that. Flipping wood. It sure is a net. I think it's close enough to a net. Yep, and all of this will go on the same layer now. Yep. Yep, yep. Good enough. I think gray shall do fine. Yep. Okay. Sure. I know how to draw a fishnet. Totally. I don't know what these things are actually called. Like the little buoyancy thingies? I don't know. Do they have a name? Or are they just like boys? Are they just boys? They might just be boys. Little tiny boys. Little guys. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Ugh. My throat's starting to get a little bit sore. Because I haven't done this in a while. My body's like, what the fuck? What's going on here? What's going on here, huh? Anyway. Bum, 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 bum. We'll just black this out kind of because not enough detail to really warrant keeping it like that. I'm not gonna do one over there. That's a bit too confusing, I think. Toes. Toes. My least favorite part to draw because they always confuse me. Toes are so confusing to draw. I might have done this toenails a little too big. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna turn on focus mode again. My throat kinda hurts from talking and ranting about literary analysis. Fucking, I don't think I would talk about it for that long. Good God. The worst part is I still have more to say. I still have so much more to say. But I can't think of a lot of it right now. Because it's way too late. And I'm tired. Past few days my cough has been acting up a bit. I don't know if it's because like I'm back in person at uni, so I might have caught like a cold or something that's just like fucking me up a little bit. It's like, I don't know, I think my lymph nodes do feel like a little bit swollen on my neck, so I might be catching a cold or something, because I know a few members of my short film team have been have like caught colds recently. I've been sick from them, so very fun, because I haven't been like ill from an outside source than just my body in and of itself fucking things up for fucking 3 years. So anything I catch is gonna hit me like a truck. Like, I feel it, I know it. If I catch a cold, it's gonna just have me dead on the ground. So that's fun. Like, it's gonna happen at some point this year. I know it, because we're fully in person now. So it's like, yeah. We're gonna have something going around. I know it. I feel it in my gut. I know. Take a sip. Okay. Why did I say it like that? Okay. It was it's kind of funny. It was very sweet, but before, like a little bit before I started stream, even though it's Saturday, so like it's not a scheduled day for uni or anything, the showrunner for my short film messaged me to check up on me, which was very sweet. But they were just like, yeah, you always seem like kind of pale and shaky and tired in the studio. Are you good? I was like, I think that's just how I am as a person. Like, because I'm not feeling like particularly bad recently. Like, I actually feel pretty, like, relative to what's happening, I feel pretty okay. I think I'm just like a bit tired from waking up early most of the time. It was very sweet of them to check up on me, but I was sitting there like, that's just how I am. I'm just always tired. That's just how it is. Like, I'm good. But I just found that kind of amusing. Again, very sweet of them to check up on me, and I appreciate it, but it was kind of funny because it's just like, that's just how my body is, man. I'm just always tired. Gonna enjoy doing the other net things. Oh boy. Out of the way. This is why I'm keeping the net as something I can toggle on and off. Good soup. And jar. Yeah, most important character detail is the fish oil jar. Oh, that's way too thick. Ow. Way too thick. Oh my god, my phone has so many notifications. I don't know why. Every time I stream... Why is my chat getting disappeared? Every time I stream, it's like everyone simultaneously decides to message either servers I'm in or me directly. Every time. Every time I stream. And then I finish stream and there's just a million messages. It's like, why? Why always when I'm streaming and can't respond? What the heck? Because, like, I can't open Discord, especially while I'm streaming art in particular, at the moment, just because it fucking destroys everything. Which is why, one of the main reasons I'm very happy to be getting a good PC soon. So I can finally just keep it open and respond to things while on stream and just not worry about it anymore. It will be so nice. I'm very excited. Just like every time, man. Because I use my phone for VTube Studio, I can't answer any messages on my phone while I'm on stream. It's like, man, what the heck? I mean, I don't even see the fucking notifications until after, usually. Unless I'm, like, specifically looking. So it'll be nice when I can just have things open. Hands. Yes. The body part that I extensively practiced in high school and just have not worried about since. Everyone else is just like, hands hard. I'm like, hands are my favorite thing. I like hands. I think hands are fun. I think they're also a nightmare, but I also understand them, so it's fine. I get it. I know how they work. I know how to simplify them down for drawing purposes. It's usually the nails that get me, to be honest. Or like I'll be really picky on the pose. Yeah, maybe when I get a better PC, I can have like watch-along streams where I'm just watching YouTube videos on stream and reacting to stuff. I think that might be fun for like some chilled out stuff where I'm not having to destroy my hands. But it also means I can actually like play on stream some of the games that I've been wanting to play on stream for like 2.5 years. Or, well, 2 years, I guess. Because, like, these games my laptop in and of itself could run, but not on stream. I might finally be able to do this stuff. Oh my god. At least I sure hope I will be able to, because goddamn. Like, the stuff I have selected for it should make it, in theory, extremely beefy. And I'm spending a lot of money on it, so I really hope it will be. I really hope it will be. Like, I'm getting fucking i9 processor, or, well, CPU, and then a fucking 360 Ti, I think, and four 16GB sticks of RAM, and 3 TB of storage. It better be fucking chunky. It better be. In theory, it should be very chunky. But I am very excited about it. I'm getting a new drawing tablet. I've already ordered that. I'm actually technically getting 2 new drawing tablets because I got 1 extra for free for whatever reason, which I'm not going to complain about. Like, okay, cheers, Canvas, I guess. I guess I'll have a spare, thanks. As if I don't already have spares, but like, you know. Sure, thank you. Appreciated. I might finish the stream up once I finish the line art in a bit here. Just because I'm starting to get a little bit sore back-wise. Yeah, I definitely want to... This fucking finger doesn't work. Let me do this jar first. Yeah, hopefully when I get my new PC and drawing tablet, I'll be able to like do drawing streams without having to use my Samsung tablet and connect it through some weird magical bullshit app to screen share it onto my laptop in order to stream it. That would be nice. I would like that quite a bit, to not have to jump through hoops just to stream some art and just stream normally. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to transfer a bunch of stuff onto the new PC though. That's gonna be a bit of a pain. But, you know, it will be how it is. I was talking to my brother about it. One of the options on the website that I'm like ordering it from is like, yeah, we can send like someone to set it up for you, like to come in and install it. It's like, I was looking at it, I was like, I think I could figure out how to plug in a computer. I think I could figure that out by myself, to be honest. I don't like, if I'm really struggling, I can look it up, but I don't think I'm gonna have that hard a time plugging it into the wall and just like getting stuff started up. Like, I've done it a few times. Like, maybe not specifically with a PC, but like I've set up technology many a time. I think I can figure it out. I'm not dense. I may not be the most tech savvy person, but I can figure shit out on my own. I don't think I need to pay someone to come and install it. You know? So I just found that kind of funny. Just like, why? Why would I need that? I mean, I get it's probably for people who are just entirely technologically incompetent, because it's a site for ordering like a custom built PC, which like in and of itself does imply that like someone doesn't know what they're doing. However, I simply just don't know how to build the PC itself. I think I can figure out how to set it up. You know, maybe that's just me. You know, it might just be me. But like, the setup is not the part I have an issue with. So I just found that kind of amusing. No. I like getting new tech. It's very fun, especially because I've been trying to get myself a PC for 2 years, but because of the fucking pandemic and cost of living shit, I haven't been able to save up like anywhere near, because I've just been trying to fucking survive. And now it's like, oh, I'm gaining access to like some savings that I can actually put towards getting something like big that I really want / need. Oh my god. So I'm very excited about it, and no, I will not shut up about it. It's exciting. It's like literally 2 years I've been trying to get something like this, and it's like finally, fucking finally. What am I getting? I'm getting something custom built, off of PC Specialist, but, what I'm looking at getting, and this should, in theory, be incredibly beefy. I'm spending a lot of money on this because I can do it. So I'm like, I might as well spend a lot of money on this and get something like good that's gonna last. So what I'm looking at getting for the CPU, I'm getting an i9, Intel i9, because I was like, why should I restrict myself to getting an i5 like it was initially going to, when I can just get an i7 or an i9? So I went for an i9 because I was like, sure, that seems decent. And then I'm getting 4 16GB sticks of RAM, so I should have plenty of memory to run things. I'm getting I can't remember what the fucking brands are. I know the HDD I'm getting is going to be a Seagate something or other. Seagate Sarah 3 or something for 2 terabytes of storage. And then the SSD I'm planning on getting is 1 terabyte of storage. GPU, what was it? I mean, the graphics card I'm planning on getting is, what was it? 3060 Ti is the graphics card. I don't remember what the motherboard. I think it's the motherboard I got selected is some kind of gigabyte one. I don't remember off the top of my head. But the graphics card I'm getting is a 3060 Ti, which I think should be fine. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll serve its purpose. How many colorful lights does it have, though? So the case that I have selected should have, like, I believe it has like 3 fans that have RGB, but I'm also getting, because it's a clear case, which I'm very hesitant to get a clear case PC because I know that they can sometimes blow up a little bit, so I'm a little hesitant. But I figure if I'm getting a PC that has a clear case, I might as well get some LED lights. So I've put in for some RGB LED strip, like 1 strip, not a whole lot. How much for the whole thing? I haven't paid for it yet because I'm still waiting on like actually getting the money to be able to pay for it, like, given to me, just because banks can be kind of annoying about that sort of thing. But it's looking, it's kind of changed a little bit, so I don't remember exactly what it is off the top of my head, but it's like, it's somewhere between like 1,500 quid and a little under 2,000 quids. I'm still like shoving things around to see what would be best, but like I've checked the compatibility of everything, and what I have selected at the moment seems pretty okay. Everything seems fine from what I can tell, so should be okay. And I think it's around like 1,600 quid, so it's like, it's a fair amount to spend on a PC, but I figure if I'm buying a PC, I want it to last. I want it to last a long time, you know. I want it to last. So, and I want it to be fucking beefy because I'm going out of my way to get it built for me. Like, at that point, I might as well go all out, you know. That's around the price of my PC, so I understand. Yeah. So I'm very excited. I haven't ordered it yet. I know a lot of places are doing bundles and sales to get rid of the RTX 3000 series of cards, so hopefully you get a good deal. Yeah, I was a bit confused, because like this morning the price for all the things I had selected was like a little under 2,000 quid. I don't remember if I changed something to make it go all the way down to like 1,600. See you later, Cree. Yeah, the GPU, none of the GPU, what the fuck is Creative Cloud doing? What the fuck? Shut up. Shut up, Creative Cloud. What the fuck? Thank you, Cree. Have fun at D&D. But yeah, none of the GPU prices were like excessive or anything. The PC Specialist website is really trying to convince me to get Windows 11. I'm just like, no, Windows 10. Give me Windows 10. Fuck you. I'm not upgrading to Windows 11 until I literally have to. Fuck you. I'm comfortable with Windows 10. I will not upgrade it. Yeah. It really wants me to get Windows 11 because it's like it's the automatic option it selects. I'm just like, no, you can't convince me like this. I'd have to look at it in more detail to like remember the exact specs of stuff. But like it in theory should be very beefy. It should be able to handle quite a bit, in theory. Because, like, i9 processor, I know, should be fucking good. Combined with the 3060 Ti graphics card. Again, that should be pretty fucking amazing. And then a lot of RAM. And 3 terabytes of storage, which my mom looked at and she was like, why would you need 3 terabytes of storage? And I just had to kind of look at her like, you don't understand. The main issue I have with every piece of technology I own is that I never have enough storage. I think 3 terabytes should be safe for now. Like, I need to be safe here. Like, I can't have too much storage. I know it also means like having both an SSD and an HDD should mean that if one goes out of commission, the other is still there. Which is, you know, a little bonus. Might as well, you know, it doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt, I don't think, to have both. God, I'm trying to remember what else. See, I'm not the most... I'm good at figuring out programs, but I'm not the most, like, technically knowledgeable about PCs in particular. I've just, like, had to do research recently, so I can vaguely remember, like, some of the shit that I decided on. I'm trying to think. What else was there about it? I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a lot of like Corsair-based stuff in there, so it's just like Corsair seems good. They seem to like this website. They really like their Corsair, and you know what? Sure, seems fine. Seems fine to me. Why not? Yeah. I also, I have, like, already selected out a lot of the peripheral stuff, because I need to get, a new monitor, because I have a monitor, but I use it for, like, my, PS4 and Switch and stuff, so I can't really disconnect that. Like, I can't really disconnect that or anything, so I need to get myself a new monitor for a PC, and I need to get myself a keyboard as well. I'm also getting myself another mouse because this mouse is like connected to my laptop and I like using this with my laptop, so I want to keep it with my laptop for use in like uni and stuff. So I'm gonna be getting another mouse, and I'm also gonna be getting another mouse mat because I have like a big mouse mat, but it's really dirty and I need to wash it. So I want to have a second one so I can switch them in and out of each other. In and out with each other. So that I can actually clean one and still be able to do stuff with the other. So that's fun. I might actually be getting 2 monitors if I can fit them here. Need to buy a new keyboard and mouse too. They got ruined during the storm. Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have that sort of thing here, because I wouldn't be able to deal with that if my stuff got damaged in a storm. Especially because I normally, under normal circumstances, I can't afford this shit in the first place. Let alone replacing stuff. Oof. Yeah, hopefully that's not too bad on you. Hopefully. This shit's rough, man. I'm trying to think, what else? One of the main reasons I was using a PC part picker, I'm financially stable at the moment, so it's good, but still, yeah, it's still a pain in the ass. But at least you're, at least it's not like painful on your wallet, you know? There's that at least. But yeah, it still sucks. It's still annoying. Window shopping is fun though. That is true. That is very true. Window shopping is fun. What am I doing? Yeah, I mean, I've been having quite a bit of fun just window shopping stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to get a dual monitor setup or not. Because technically, at the moment, I use my graphics tablet. I use my drawing tablet as a second screen. But I feel like it would be super fun to have the canvas I'm getting, because I'm getting Canvas 16. I've already ordered that, because I need a new tablet anyway, because my Artus 12 is fucking just it's barely holding on. So I'm getting this Canvas 16, but I think it would be fun to also have dual monitors if I can make the space for it on my desk, which I think I can. I think I can fit 2 monitors here. I might have to clear space, but I think I can fit 2 monitors. I do need to make sure that there's actually enough fucking HDMIs. So I should probably check that before I do anything. But you know, I think it would be fun to have a dual monitor setup. I think it would be real neat. So I'm having a lot of fun with that at the moment. I'm just excited for when I can actually order it. But like, I'm basically just like prepping to do it. Okay, it's convenient. Yeah, I'm just like, I like having 2 monitors. It would be even cooler if I had technically 3 monitors and one of them is a drawing tablet. That would be even better. And it was like, at this point, the amount of stuff I'm having to buy for this PC, like the amount of money I'm already paying, I might as fucking well. Just like, fuck it, why not? I might have to buy some HDMI cables though, because I don't think I have enough for that actually. I don't think I have enough at the moment, so I think I need to get some more. I might have 1 spare somewhere, but that's about it, so I'm probably gonna have to do that too. Yeah, I'm very excited about it, because it means I can actually, like, do stuff on stream that I've always wanted to do, but just, like, as beefy as my laptop is, it's a laptop. It can only handle so much. So, you know? So I'm very excited, because I've been wanting this for literally, like, 2 years now. Like, I've been trying to get a PC for a good couple of years, but I haven't been able to until now, so I'm just like, yes! Yes! Finally! So I'm very excited. And it's not gonna, like, financially fuck me over either, because it's like an inheritance sort of thing. It's not actually inheritance, but it's, like, similar. So it's just like, cool, so I'm not gonna financially fuck myself over in, like, getting myself a PC? Wow. I can eat and get a PC. Oh my god. So it's very fun. I'm very excited. I'm very excited, and the closer I get to doing it, the more excited I get, or I'm just like, yes! Yes! Like, I have so many games I've been wanting to play on stream for years, but haven't been able to, because, like, my laptop could handle them off stream, but couldn't handle them on stream. So it's just like, I'm just like, oh my god, I can finally just, like, not worry about my entire setup lagging every time I stream. Which is nice. That'll be fun. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Ideally. Next 3 weeks or so. At least within the month. At a stretch. I should have everything set up, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm hoping it will be as beefy as it seems like it should be in theory. In theory, it should be very beefy. In practice, we'll see. But it should be. I can't see why it wouldn't be. So it's very exciting. Although it is, I am somewhat dreading like the annoying thing is trying to get like programs onto it and stuff. Just like, do I have to like transfer licenses or what? What am I doing? What do? Because that can be kind of annoying. But for the most part, I think it'll be fine. It's just like a few programs. I'm like, that's gonna be a pain. But okay. I'd be worried about like possible defensive parts. Yeah, that too. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be fine. One of the big things I am kind of scared about is it getting damaged like in delivery. I am a bit worried about that. But I think it'll be fine. I'm going to trust that it'll be fine. Because I mean the thing is like, even though it's like a company that's building it, they do have like a warranty on it and stuff. So in theory, even if something does happen, like I should be able to sort it somehow. So, you know, fingers crossed, everything will go fine. But I don't think anything, I mean, knock on wood, but like, I think it should be okay. We'll come to it if we come to it. But for now, I'm going to assume the absolute best. You know? Oops. Right, what was meant to happen? Circle. Circle. Actually, circle. The circle. I love cheating in art. Love it. It's my favorite thing to do. Put this on its own layer so it'll be a bit easier to manage. I don't know why the fucking consume Prilosec thing just came into my brain there for a moment. For no reason. There was no prompt. No line of thought. Just all of a sudden in my brain, just all I got was consume Prilosec. Like a fucking Game Grumps bit. Just like, where is that coming from? What? Out of nowhere. For no reason. What the fuck? Consume Prilosec. It's such a dumb bit too. Like of all the Game Grumps bits. Why that one? Huh? What a weird bit to just randomly have pop into your head. Kind of rude, I think. Net. This is probably the easiest way I can do a fish now, I think. I can just like... Well, I don't know, it's not really noticeable actually that like stuff crosses over a lot. It's probably fine. If I just duplicate this, so I have all the same settings, right? And just... Actually, if we turn off stabilization first, that might help. doot doot. Oh, easy. Easy. Duplicate that. Wait. Merge these together. Merge that into the net layer. We love managing our merges in this house. And have the same layer settings, so I can just. Actually, this one's a bit more ham, so I can just kind of squiggle. This looks too much like a bridge. I need to add like a third little whirly here. Third little whirly. Whirly. I have no like explanation as to how this net like has just grown extra like netting. We just won't worry about it. It's fine. It looks fine. Sometimes you just don't think too hard about things. You know? You can't like worry super hard about how everything functions. Some things simply are. Nearly done. Oh, wait, let me just Okay, this again. Of course. Save our layer effort setup. Little squiggle. Squiggles. Yep. Squiggles. I just won't think about it too hard. Just add like a little bit of whatever the fuck this is called. I don't know what it's called. I'm just realizing I have no clue what it's called. Why would you merge? How dare you merge? Just the little bits flicking off. That really adds to it, I think. I think that really does help. Yeah. There we go. That's everything lined. Woo! And in like decent, well, not, it took 3 hours, but I think it was mostly because of the net and getting distracted. Oh shit, I merged this in with the rest of the net. There we go. The little floating boys there. Happens. Yeah, there you go. There's the line art for that. I think I'll call it a day there because I'm getting tired now. So yeah, good night. Thank you for coming. If you came for a little bit or a lot of it, either way, I appreciate it a lot. Yeah. This might be a bit difficult to see somewhat, I don't know. Yeah. Turned out good. I'm happy with this. So yeah, thanks for coming, guys. And thanks for listening to me rant about, fucking literary analysis. Where did I go? Oh. Where did I go? What the fuck? Okay, you know what? That's fine. Who knows where I just went? I'm sure that's okay. Anyway, thank you for coming. If you came for a little bit or a lot of it. Anyway, buonanotte. Bye bye. You can't see me. Bye bye.